So since the beta ended for Black Ops 7, the marketing has gotten incredibly weird. We haven't heard anything about campaign. Normally every single year we have like a, hey, this is one of the campaign missions. Normally it's an early on mission that kind of like paints the world as a whole. We haven't got that. We never got that. And then we also know that we're getting this new Endgame mode. We don't know what Endgame is. We haven't seen any gameplay. We've seen a couple little videos of it where like you kill an enemy soldier and they drop like a thing that you can pick up. So we don't have much information of it. And then I told you guys that I tried to get an interview with one of the developers for you guys about Endgame, and they haven't heard. Like, I haven't heard anything back yet. Like they basically said that they haven't heard back from the developers. So someone sent me on Twitter an article that I guess goes over everything we know about this Endgame mode, and some of it is real and some of it is not. And I thought we would go through it kind of like a everything we know about Endgame style thing. So here's what we have. This is from G&G Warzone. Never heard of the website, but everything we know about Endgame in Black Ops 7. Today we're discussing everything we know about Endgame, Treyarch's upcoming extraction mode in Black Ops 7. A new way for players to enjoy the Call of Duty campaign that allows up to 32 players to jump in, complete missions, and extract. So let's go over everything we know so far. So we don't know how the extracting works, but we know that you lose progress in one way or another if you die. Whatever that means. We've provided this information in 2 formats. You can check out our YouTube video below. Should we watch the YouTube video? Let's. Should we?
And Raven Software developers. Endgame opens up the entire Avalon map, a sprawling city featured in the campaign.
Wait. Let's actually. I didn't know there was a video.
Endgame is a brand new mode coming to Call of Duty Black Ops 7 that introduces an open world player versus environment experience that extends the campaign.
So as of launch, we do not know if there will ever be PvP for this mode. There was never for Modern Warfare Zombies. And the thing you have to remember, the comparison that he's making to Modern Warfare Zombies actually makes more sense than you may think, because Treyarch were the ones to develop this. Even though it was a Sledgehammer game, Treyarch made this mode.
Campaign's narrative and gameplay. It is unlocked by completing the Black Ops 7 11 mission linear campaign and takes place.
Do we know that it's 11 missions? I don't think we know that.
In Avalon, the cancelled Warzone map. This mode might be of interest to those who loved Modern Warfare 2's DMZ or Modern Warfare 3's Modern Warfare Zombies.
Yeah, see, this is why I feel like this mode is going to have more pull than people think. I think Modern Warfare Zombies was a cool mode, and with some refinement and more updates, it could have been really good. Out of game economy, things like that. And if they're pulling from that, this could be a really good
modes. So let's go over everything we know about the upcoming mode from the Treyarch and Raven Software developers.
Endgame opens. I actually might know a little bit more about this than this guy, just because I've heard things behind the scenes. I can't confirm any of them. They're rumors, but we'll see.
The entire Avalon map, a sprawling city featured in the campaign, and offers the players complete freedom to explore.
That I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be like higher rarity zones where the enemies are harder. No idea yet.
Significantly larger and more open once you've completed the game's campaign. It will feature up to 32 players in squads of 4. It's unclear if there will be any type of assimilation option for squads or if each team can help or disrupt each other whilst exploring Avalon. Avalon was originally slated to be the next big Warzone map, but has seemingly been...
So Avalon was slated to be the next big Warzone map in this year, like Black Ops 6, like when we got Area 99. So, and it's like evidently clear, like when you see the post-seasonal story for Black Ops 6, like it is very clear that Avalon was supposed to be a big map.
Cancelled and repurposed for this mode. Unlike other traditional multiplayer modes, Endgame is strictly player versus environment, pitting players against AI controlled enemies such as the guild soldiers and robots, similar to that of the extraction mode DMZ from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Endgame is designed to be a never-ending mode with repeatable experiences where players can undertake various missions and complete.
Okay, so here's something that I have heard nobody else talk about. I don't know where I heard this. I'm just going to be completely honest. I don't know where I heard this, but it's a rumor. I heard that the campaign is going to be about 6 hours long. In Call of Duty terms, that's like 5 hours long, maybe 4.5 if it's smaller. And then there's supposed to be like 6 hours worth of story in the end game. Now, I don't know if that's 6 hours of gameplay missions or 6 hours of like, I don't know. I don't know what that means. That can be up in the air.
Objectives across multiple runs with the.
They didn't say that there was increasing zone rarities. They said that more the zone closes, the harder it gets. Yeah, so whatever that means. So like there's a closing, but there was also a closing zone in Modern Warfare Zombies. You're definitely right, Ice, that they did say that.
Goal of increasing their operators' power and progression. Players will begin each session of Endgame by deploying to Avalon via a wingsuit. This will allow the player to drop into the areas they want to drop into, rather than being placed by the game as we were in DMZ.
I think that's more so speculation, but yeah.
It will be interesting to see if this mechanic makes its way to Warzone, although it would hardly be a groundbreaking addition compared to the classic parachute.
Okay, so I also saw a leaked mechanic. Do you guys remember at the beginning of DMZ when they had that like overhead view where the camera would shift around the map and then zoom in and then it would spawn you in on that area? I've seen a leaked video of Avalon that does that. Now, whether that's part of Endgame or someone created it or I don't know, but I have seen that.
Players will be tasked with completing assignments such as shutting down guild activities, capturing certain areas, or collecting intel and loot. The map is divided into tier 2, 3, and 4 difficulty zones. With higher
I don't know where he's getting that
areas
information
requiring
from.
A higher combat rating to survive the challenging enemies and objectives. To me, this sounds exactly like the Modern Warfare Zombies' different tiered zones, with harder and harder enemies as you moved into the center of the map. Similar to DMZ and MWZ, players can collect loot during a run. Successfully extracting with these items allows you to carry them forward into future sessions. These items will be stored in a field acquisition section of the loadout. However, if the squad wipes or fails to extract, all progress, including loot and combat rating, resets to 0, creating that.
Yeah, so this is something, another rumor that I did hear, what he's saying about the combat rating. So see how down at the bottom here, there's perks, right? Like there's Perca-Colas or whatever, like fast hand, sleight of hand, deadshot, daiquiri, juggernaut, whatever. Again, these are rumors. These are not confirmed. I've heard things that in this mode, the endgame mode, you will get perks that as long as you don't die, you will have in your next raid. Which that's not the way it worked in Modern Warfare Zombies. So it's like a PvE extraction shooter-ish.
Iconic extraction-based high-stakes gameplay.
They did say that? Okay.
Endgame will include Easter eggs and collectible intel.
I just don't want to confirm anything because they haven't. And it's really weird position to be in.
For players to hunt and solve that will add a level of depth to encourage exploration of Avalon. It remains unclear at this time if the mode will have any post-launch updates or patches.
We do know that. We do know that. We do know this answer. There will be post-launch content up to 3 seasons in this mode. This is one thing that we do know for sure. Post-launch content. They've said they've already worked on 3 seasons of content for Endgame. If the mode is popular, they will put in more. Whatever that means.
Them expand on it from what we've heard so far. For the first time in Call of Duty's history, Treyarch are introducing campaign global progression. This includes gains made whilst playing Endgame. This will allow players...
Gains, boys. Pull out your protein powder, we're all getting gains.
To earn XP, level up weapons, unlock camos, reticles, player cards, and progress through battle passes. These rewards carry over to multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone, starting from Season 1 of Black Ops 7. Let's take a moment to discuss the combat rating and power journey systems.
Okay, yes, this point I don't understand.
Increase their operators' combat rating by completing objectives, unlocking power upgrades and skills. Players can reach a maximum of level 60 combat rating. Unlockable upgrades include the grapple hook, mega...
Okay, the grappling hook and stuff I heard. Has anyone else heard about the level 60 combat rating? I've not heard this.
Jump, or the drone
This is
charmer.
true?
These are designed to enhance the player's experience and help in future runs. If your squad is wiped, you lose your combat rating and
Okay,
it
this has
resets
been
back to
confirmed.
0.
Okay.
This system reminds me of the extraction bonus streak.
Yeah, so this is like the extraction bonus streaks where you have like perks that you earn the higher. That's exactly what it is. I don't know why you said it reminds me of that. That's exactly what it is. So as you get XP and stuff and complete objectives, your combat rating goes up, which gives you perks. I wonder if they'll put tiers in it. So if you die at 60, maybe it drops you to 30. If you die at 30, it drops you to 15. I'm pretty sure. I don't think you lost all of it in Modern Warfare Zombies.
In DMZ, where successfully extracting gave increased perks like boosted starting cash, discounts and various other benefits. Players will be able to use any operator in their Black Ops 7 collection in Endgame, allowing...
I'm not gonna lie, this sounds awesome. Like, I'm looking forward to this. Like, why have they not marketed this?
Skins rather than being locked to the various campaigns characters like David Mason. Custom loadouts will also be available, including primary, secondary, melee weapons,
Which
as
makes
well as
sense.
the abilities earned during the campaign. From a narrative point of view, Endgame will serve as an epilogue to the campaign story set in 2035, where David Mason and his JSOC team confront the Guild, a tech company led by Emma Kagan and returning antagonist Menendez.
You know what? They're gonna announce all of this the week before the game comes out. I just realized this. This makes sense to me now. Dude, this is the but wait, there's more moment. So, okay. So you need to come here. I'm getting this now. I'm understanding this. Back in the day, for Treyarch, when Treyarch would put out a game, they would show like no zombies content until a week before the game came out. And maybe they wouldn't even show it. You just have to discover it once the game came out. That's what this mode is. I'm just figuring this out now. Now they put it in because they had to tell us that there was progression for it, that there's camos. This is going to be the final selling point, right? And it's kind of a bummer for them that they're going to be competing against Arc Raiders and like that it's coming out 2 weeks before it. Like, it kind of sucks because let's be honest, Arc Raiders will be a better game. It has PvE, but if you're PvP, but if you're into PvE and you're into Modern Warfare Zombies, this is the but wait, there's more moment. Like, for sure. That's why we know that this week they're showing zombies. Next week they're showing multiplayer. They're gonna have to have a Warzone thing at some point, where they tell us whether or not skill-based matchmaking is gonna be in it. And then they have Endgame. And then that's gonna be either 2 weeks or 1 week before. This is making sense now. That's why they censored Arc. Potentially.
While specific plot details are sparse, the mode extends the campaign's narrative, focusing on shutting down the Guild activities in Avalon. It is clear that players who loved Modern Warfare Zombies and DMZ will be drawn to this.
I like skill-based matchmaking. It helps me poop easier. That's fiber. You're thinking of fiber, not skill-based matchmaking.
Mode. I think from the details we have so far, it's something to get excited about, but my only concern as it stands is whether or not the mode will get any content, updates or changes after the game has launched. I'd also like to see the discussion around adding PvP to this mode. DMZ stands out for its intense gameplay where the player risks...
So that would be like adding in PvP. That would be like, I think, the conversation after season 3.
It all each time they enter the DMZ, with the biggest threat being from other real players. Modern Warfare Zombies was a fun experience but lacked any real danger once you'd unlocked a few of the upgrades. Black Ops 7 and its campaign are expected to release on November.
So I am interested to see what the solo experience is like in this game. Solo was difficult in Zombies, especially once they added the missions and stuff afterwards, like the hard ones. But it also needs to be difficult. So we'll see. But I think they're going to do the but wait, there's more thing like 1, maybe 2 weeks before launch.
14th, 2025. We can probably expect more details about Black Ops 7 and Endgame at Call of Duty Next, which is scheduled for September 30th. We're still expecting DMZ2 to launch in 2026 with Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare 4 title, though this mode could potentially tide us Extraction fans over until then. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful...
See, this video came out a long time ago from GNG Warzone. This came out 1 month ago before Call of Duty Next, and we got nothing. And I think that's on purpose. They're literally... They're doing it. They're doing the thing that they used to do with Call of... I'm calling it. We don't hear... I don't think that was an AI script, no. I could be wrong. I think he was just reading off a script because he writes the art. Maybe. I don't know. I don't judge. We're not hearing about it this week. We're not hearing about it next week. So that leaves us 2 weeks out of the game. Like, that's like... And they're not going to release extraction shooter info at the same time that Arc launches. So it's going to be a week before. They're going to do it. I'm calling it. I am calling it. Calling it. You'll see.